Fokon Piet and Melanie Viljoen, under the basement of jail. How are you guys doing? I know who's happy about you being in orange. Happy Simelane. Uhamba nogobela onzima. Yeah? Happy Simelane Gobela left you here in South Africa and said, Nizoba Kenika. I will do the African science there in the Americas. Now you're in the jail, county, prison. No, there's jail, there's prison, there's. I wouldn't know these things. I ain't a criminal. Yan amukela kunkqubo yami ngomntaba kadad, ngomntaba kagogo, ngomntaba ka-auntie, ngomntaba kasisi. I am Sims and it's at the right Sims on Instagram, so please follow your sister. I also promote businesses and YouTube channels. Mswareka Mukhala if you want more traffic on your platforms. Nanyiswa. Happy Friday, everybody. Indaba. Guys, I'm sorry. Yesterday, after that pie video, I couldn't do any more videos, guys. Like, it hurts. Askis kancane, doctor, professor. Ngitheni azangathi yenzani kusobe nenibrush your teeth. Mamelani, guys, parenting ayikho easy. Especially ngama weekend. Ngicela sibambisaneni cooperation. Hamban. Sorry guys, my professor, my 6-year-old is sick. So she's going to the doctor. Now, you know when you have two of them close in age, one sick, the other bacteria. So now everyone must go to the doctor. And then now even my own doctor, the 9-year-old, must come to the doctor so that we get on top of it before anything. So if you hear little wee, it's them. It's the doctor and the professor. They are here. So after this video, I'm taking them to the doctor. Anyway, on today's video, okay, we have Rachel Kolisi. Yes. Okay, she was telling us that being a stay-at-home wife and mom was not as glamorous as it was made out to be, okay? She was having a newborn at the age of 24, newly adopted 2 kids from, you remember, Jorge, they stayed with 2 of Sia Kolisi's siblings, right? Like Rachel practically raised them. So she had her own child, then raising 2 of Sia Kolisi's siblings. And then at the time, they were also living with 3 of Sia Kolisi's friends, right? And then she had a full-time job and her boss at work was making things difficult for her. Therefore, she had to quit. So quitting her job meant relinquishing her financial freedom. Therefore, she even had to ask money for pads and tampons. Oh, bethunana Rachel. No, yintoni lo mtshato bowutshatile sana lwam? Yintoni le nto bowukuyo? It sounds like a tsunami mixed with a hurricane, a bit of earthquake, and then Mount Everest defrosting on top of your head. That is wild. Wild. Okay. It's sad. And you know what the thing is? This story is just not unique to Rachel. Baningi abafazi. There are very many married single women and mothers. It's very many of them. Luna, ha! Guess who has knocked on the doors of jail? Another housewife. Guys, we really need to study the pipeline from being a housewife to being a jail girl, because how do you go from being a glamazon to Nandi Kutumane's colleague? Yeah? I just did a story about Mrs. Leo. Now, Melanie and Petrus Viljoen are under the jail. You remember that Melanie was on the Real Housewives of Pretoria, but they were very notorious before being on the reality show, okay? Pete is a lawyer, right? He's 58. Melanie is a 39-year-old glamazon business entrepreneur. Crook in the crooked places, right? She was the face behind Tammy Taylor. Ne? You know the famous Tammy Taylor brand from America? Melanie franchised the Tammy Taylor brand and then kidnapped it from the original Tammy Taylor. She made Tammy Taylor her own. She robbed people, allegedly scammed the nail owners, allegedly. She even scammed Happy Simelane from the Mummy Club, right? 2.8 million rand allegedly, according to Happy Simelane.
Yes, wait. Uyakhumbula uPiet Melanie lo mlungu lo nendoda yakhe bangiskema 2.8 million beThemiteli. Do you know that story? They are arrested. They are arrested. Hi.
So Happy never got justice for her 2.8 million. All she did was appear on Carte Blanche and then just exposing Omel Nopit for scamming people with the Temitela nail brand. And then she went on to be a very, very, very spicy housewives on The Real Housewives of Victoria. All right, again, I balapha go Real Housewives by actor Tama, Humunat. And then that whole Trump thing happened. You know that orange man? That orange man told us that here in South Africa, we have a genocide. They were telling us that we were trying to remove the white people one by one. And we was like, you donut. What are you talking about? Anyway, so, and then Donald was like, every white Afrikaner that feels unsafe, come seek refuge in America. They left. Guess who also left? Pete and Melanie. When they got to the America, they became spokesperson speaking on this non-existent, yes, genocide that is going on here. They were speaking on it. But I like the camera.
Trump is right about everything. I'm from South Africa, where there are race laws against white people and where white people are getting killed, and the news doesn't want to write about it. I am testament to tell you that Trump was right about everything, including South Africa, including the rest of the world. So what I think about the ID is, if you don't have a proper ID and you vote, of course it's going to be Democrat votes. But if you are a proper person, you'll definitely see everyone's going to vote Trump. In the next election, it's going to be Trump. So that's my opinion about the proper voter ID. It's right. Why would you want to vote if you don't have an ID?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, they found out that life is not so easy in the America, okay? And then one day they got stopped at the traffic stop. And guess what they were stopped for? Oh, they have a warrant for their arrest. For what? Stealing groceries worth $5,300. Right? Yes, guys. It's called exchange of ticketing. So you know what happens? They buy expensive things and then they swipe the price tags and make it seem like a cheaper item. So all that was like $3,500 plus tax, and you know how America is. So now they've been arrested and they're under the jail in America. No one is feeling sad for them, and I understand. I fully understand. So I was gonna say good luck, but go get what you deserve. Yeah. Now let us talk about a sad story. What was that, dogs? Because I'm going to film a video. I'm happy, jam.
Hiya, how you doing? It's a girl. So to my brain, so
Nothing to bully someone. Okay. Email.
Hello, cola cake. I like salsa. So bring me to lunch.
Nga, yo, okay, oh, guys, please don't. All of us, we are parenting these children together. Please, it takes a village, so don't pelela the be in this village. Now we are in volume, volume. Now this story, guys, your two TikTokers are currently in the headlines. One is no longer on earth with us, and one has been accused of removing this one from earth. So we are talking about Umpume no Mazungula, right? Okay, so what happened? Umpume was a KZN beautiful girl who came to Joburg to seek work and employment and life in Joburg, right? She got a job and she got a place like Joburg. Life was coming together for her, Umpume, right? And then she joined the TikTok community and started gaining traction on TikTok and became like a TikTok superstar, right? Umpume. People loved her personality on TikTok. So now she meets another girl on TikTok, right? Umazungulu. I don't know if I'm getting her name correct, and please forgive me for getting her name wrong, right? Umazungul meets Umpume on TikTok, right? And then they become TikTok friends online. They don't know each other in person. They don't know anything about each other. They just know each other online. They become online friends. After some time, life gets hard for who? Umazungul. What does she do? She comes to Joburg and says to Mpume, Mpume, can I please stay with you while I try to get my life back together? Mpume, as kind-hearted as she is, she's like, okay, I don't have a problem. Come live with me and get your life together. As now life is going on, they live together because Mpume has a 2 bedroom. So now they're living together. Mpume is going to work. This one is trying to hustle. But now Mpume starts noticing, no man, every time I'm on this girl's WhatsApp status and I see her photos online, she's dressed in clothes that look like mine. I don't know, clothes look the same. I guess we have the same clothes, right? And then one day Mpume gets sick at work. So while she gets this like aching headache, they release her early from work. So they're like, no, Mpume, you can go home early, right? As soon as she gets home, because this one, Umazungun, doesn't know that Mpume is coming home early. She has the clothes on the bed. So she keeps taking Mpume's clothes without Mpume's permission. And then she wears Mpume's clothes and then takes pictures for her online audience, right? So Mpume catches her in the act because she came home early. So then now they get into an argument and then they apologize to each other and everything is all hunky-dory. So Mpume thought, this one, and she's plotting and planning allegedly. Sharp. After they have that whole discussion, one day, this girl is like, you know what, I'll start cooking and cleaning before you go to work, so that at least when you go to work, you've got something in your stomach. Mpuma is like, wow, that's a burden and a load off my shoulder. I'd like that. So this one now is like, Umazungul is now cleaning and cooking the meals for Umpume. But like as time goes on, Umpume now starts getting sick here and there. She's sick here and there. Yazini. And then one day Umpume goes to take a shower. As she goes to shower, she forgets her body wash because now she had to start hiding stuff because if the things were in plain sight, Umazungula would take her things without permission. So Umpume, as she goes to fetch her body wash, she clocks the kitchen and guess who's taking something out. She's taking out a package from the boobs and spilling it in the tea. Mazungulo has some chemical coming from her boobs. And then Umpume is like, what are you doing? And then this one is like, no, then they have like a little like altercation. And then Umpume tries to take phone and record Khuri. She wants to take a little video of what's going on so she has evidence. And then they have an altercation. And then she goopy. But Umpume saw her trying to take something out and put it in her tea, right? And then after that, Umpume gradually gets sick from work. She's always sick. She's always coming home early to the point where like she was like sleeping on one side now. Like Nje, one day she goes to the doctor and the doctor is asking her, "Hore, where do you work? Do you work in a place where there's a lot of chemicals? There seems to be a lot of chemicals and toxins in your body." Then Umpume is like, "No." But then she remembers 1 + 1 is 2. So as she gets sick, she can no longer work and she is the breadwinner at home, you know. This happens from 2023. Umpume being sick happens from 2023 all the way now until her last days on earth. She is no longer on earth with us. She has passed on, and allegedly, the main suspect is this one. She keeps deleting comments on her TikTok. This one, you know, she's no longer posting, but she's deleting comments of people going on her page and accusing her of this. And the sad part is that Umpume was the breadwinner at home. Now that she is no longer on earth, it's hard for a family to come together and like put those coins together. So TikTok has been donating, and if you want the full story, you can go to Piwe's page, who is a TikToker, and he's got the whole info. Ibuhlungu le ndaba, guys. Ibuhlungu kakhulu. Watch who is in your circle. Friends, that name friends, that word friends is being used so loosely, you know. So guys, if there's something in you that is telling you something is right, always listen to that instinct, that intuition, guys. Probably something is not right. Kuningi, guys. Oh, sibuhlungu le story. Let's talk in the comment section.